I'm Stefan Hammond with Telecom Asia. I'm here with Ashish Dhawan, the head of APAC marketing for Juniper. Software-defined networking, or SDN, is a hot topic in 2017. How does Juniper Networks define SDN?
If you want to look at SDN, let's step a little back into the whole trend towards making applications run on cloud. And with mobility, this was accelerated. Now, once you virtualize the applications and make them run through cloud, either software as a service or platform as a service or through infrastructure as a service, what happens is that you've got one big commodity that becomes very important, which is data. Now, with the explosion of mobile applications, there is explosion of data. Now, the problem is, with so much data being available for you to work on, the amount of compute power required is enormous. The amount of storage required is enormous. Now, to make sure that you have enough compute power, traditional microprocessors or chipsets are no longer capable. Therefore, you actually have multi-core processors. Then you have multiple servers core. Then you had huge data centers built to actually accommodate this data. But that was also not enough. So you networked these huge data centers. And what helped you network these data centers? It was networking companies like us that actually provided the networking horsepower to increase the compute horsepower. So to help scale compute out, you had to scale networks out. Now, with increasing complexity of networks, you had to virtualize their commands. You had to virtualize their control so that you can easily manage them, make them more agile, make them more easy to not only use, but make moves, adds, changes, etc. That is what SDN did. SDN abstracted the control into a virtual layer to make sure that agility, programmability, and scale out becomes more and more easy. And that's where we started, by making sure that we develop such a platform so that whenever you needed to increase the horsepower of compute, you have the horsepower of networks ready with software-defined networking.
What is your most important advice to telecoms providers who are seeking to reap the full benefits of SDN?
The most important thing today is service agility. Service providers, customers are looking at making sure that they are able to go to market faster. So for service providers, it's very important to be agile. And what we do, and other peers in the industry also are trying to do, is to make sure that our service provider customers become more and more agile. This is by using our software-defined networking products like Contrail Networking, our cloud products like Contrail Cloud, or even our security products like Contrail Security. But more recently, we've also launched our SD-WAN products, which really help the service providers' enterprise customers to actually provide the most efficient wide area networking solutions possible. I think that's where agility throughout this whole portfolio is one of the common threads for all our enterprise customers through service providers. So for service providers, one thing I would say is focus on agility. That's the most important thing.
What is Contrail, and what else is Juniper Networks working on in this area?
When I spoke about software-defined networking, the whole portfolio of software-defined networking from Juniper is the Contrail Networking, Contrail Cloud, and Contrail Security. Contrail Networking is all about network virtualization. It is to make sure that the controls of networks are virtualized so that you have more agile controls, more agile access to all the power of the network. Then we come to Contrail Cloud. Contrail Cloud is about server management. It's about making sure that orchestration of the data center is much better. And third part of our Contrail solution is Contrail Security. Now, Contrail Security is one of the best microsegmentation solutions available in the market. And together with Contrail Networking, Contrail Cloud, Contrail Security provides an end-to-end solution for all software-defined networking needs of any service provider.
What made Juniper Networks' data center innovations a standout for telecoms providers?
All telecom providers today are dealing with a situation where most of their customers have a multi-cloud environment. Now, what is a multi-cloud environment? Now, typically, if you see an enterprise customer, they connect to various clouds. They may connect to Amazon Web Services or Microsoft Azure or the Google Cloud Platform for certain cloud applications. They may connect to some vertical applications depending on the business that they are in. They may connect to their own intranet, and therefore that could be a private cloud. Now, having a multi-cloud environment presents its own challenges. It means that a service provider needs to provide the best connectivity between clouds. And that's where you need a very, very agile and automated system. Our focus on automation in the data center has helped our service provider customers build that level of infrastructure, that multi-cloud becomes easy. In addition, we've got a very good vision around software-defined secure networks that makes sure that security in a multi-cloud environment is very simple. Now, why is that important? Given that you connect to different cloud networks, securing the cloud networks becomes extremely important. Having your private cloud secure from the various public cloud networks that you connect is extremely important, because your critical information, your intellectual property sits there. And that's where our SDSN framework really works well, where we can detect threats very quickly and are able to actually disseminate policy throughout the network, even third-party network elements, we are able to disseminate policies in. So being able to work in multi-cloud environments, making it more agile and making it more secure is one of the key reasons our service product customers count on us.